That question is raised by the news that the West London club, Queen's Park Rangers, which has already installed an artificial turf pitch, is now thinking of putting a plastic dome over its whole ground. Well, in America, covered stadiums like the Houston Astrodome are becoming common, and most soccer is played on artificial surfaces. But in this country, if other clubs follow Q.P.R's lead, many people fear the national game could start to imitate the way that soccer is now played in the States. Rangers' new plastic pitch has already been criticised by some visiting sides this season. They claim not only that it gives the home side an unfair advantage, but that it causes unnecessary injuries. So is Q.P.R setting the new future for London football? Well, Brian Glanville was in the United States when soccer was established over there, and this season he's taken a hard look at Q.P.R's pitch. Well, Brian, what's your feeling first, before we talk about the AstroTurf, what's your feeling about a covered stadium for soccer?
I'm very doubtful about a covered stadium for soccer. I think it could be an excellent idea for other sports. I think that soccer belongs to the open air. To a certain extent, it also belongs to the terraces. People enjoy standing on the terraces. They don't enjoy getting soaked. They don't enjoy being treated like pigs, as they so often are by our professional football clubs.
But it would be a considerable increase in comfort, wouldn't it, and might attract more women, for instance, if you were warmer and indoors, so to speak.
Yes, well, this is in this. One mustn't make direct comparisons with America. This is a sport which women do attend to a certain extent, not so much as much as they do in South America, for example, or in Italy. I think that there will be no answer to hooliganism. Leeds United supporters give you the key for that.
Well, couldn't you could seat more people if you had a roof, couldn't you? You could probably redesign your stadium.
Well, so what? I mean, in Paris, during the 1975 European Cup final, Leeds United fans rioted and simply smashed up the seats and used them as weapons. In Coventry recently, in their all-seater stadium, they did more or less the same again. No guarantee against rioting.
Now, isn't there a cost advantage that if you have a covered stadium, you can really use it more easily for other sports, and that could bring extra income to a lot of the clubs?
Yes, precisely, but then we're talking about something else, aren't we? I don't like artificial pitches. I think they distort. The Q.P.R Rangers experiment has been quite a brave and a bold one.
But before we talk about the pitches, I mean, saying we're just covering them, do you think that the clubs can afford to do this? It costs, I think, £1 million or something a time. Do you think that the clubs are rich enough to be able to put roofs on their stadiums if they wanted to?
I think it's more a question of their having to come to some sort of expedient to guarantee their income. I don't think this should reside in domes, etc. But, for example, I went to Brighton on Saturday, met a fellow who goes all over the country, watching whatever football he wants to, travels first class, came back like a drowned rat.
Now, coming to the artificial turf and this year's experiment, what do you feel about that and its effects on the game?
In America, the finest players tested it. I talked to people like Franz Beckenbauer, who loathed it, George Best, who said you couldn't turn on it. There are more injuries, unquestionably.
Well, can you explain that, Brian? Why should there be more injuries on what is, after all, a very regular and smooth surface?
Problems of turning. George Best said you simply couldn't turn on it, and turning was when he was at his...
And do you think that the FA is going to adopt artificial turf as allowable for FA Cup ties? It's got a few more weeks before it has to decide.
Who would dispute contradict the decisions of the Football Association? Perhaps not. It's not fit to do.
Brian Glanville, thank you for doing this so much. And now, with more news from the South East, Ken Mark.